Hey everyone, this is Steven with Tiny Orange TV. I am a streamer on Twitch. You can find me at twitch.tv/tinyorangetv. You can also find me on social media. I will always post when I'm going live on any of those social medias, so you can be notified of when I'm going live to stream. This is the fourth video in a series of videos about craps. Hopefully, any beginners who are intimidated by the game of craps or want to know how to play the game and don't quite understand it, hopefully these videos kind of help you understand what's happening in the game of craps. We've discussed already the field bet, the don't pass, and the pass line. And I'm going to now discuss the come and the don't come bar 12. Or really, it's just the come and the don't come. So I will go back to the same version that I've been using here. So again, it all has to do with the on-off button. And the come bet and the don't come bet are basically the same as the pass line and the don't pass line. The come bet is the same as the pass line. The don't come is the don't pass. They're basically the same thing. They work the same. It's just the difference of when you can make the bet. So this game is kind of cool because it tells you when you can and can't make these bets. So right now the come bet is red. The don't come is also red, which is telling me I can't make these bets. Four Kings does not do that. It'll just let you blindly click on the game and nothing will happen, and you'll probably be wondering how come it's not taking my money on these bets. That is because the come bet and the don't come cannot be made in the come out roll, okay? So let's pretend if you're at the table, we've already discussed pass and don't pass. So if I'm playing very low key here, I want to just have a little bit of fun playing craps. I don't want to lose a lot of money. I'll bet the pass line. I'm the shooter. This is my come out roll. We'll remember 7 and 11 is good. So hopefully we get one. But we didn't. So we got a 9. So that's our point. And that's the point for the entire table. The button there is on 9. Anybody else who is on the pass line with us is also hoping for a 9 as well here. Now you'll notice the come and the don't come are green. So I can bet these, but you can't bet the pass and the don't pass. So what is that telling us? You can only bet pass and don't pass on a come out when this button is off. You can only bet come and don't come when the button is on. It's a complete opposite of pass and don't pass, right? So what is the come bet? The come bet is basically the pass line bet, except made when this button is on. So what happens if I put 100 here? You're basically making a separate come out roll for this bet. For you're basically establishing your own personal point. So if I'm playing and you're playing, and I put a come bet down and you don't, and I roll this next roll, okay, now look what happened to my bet. It went to the 5. So now I want this, and the verbiage is pretty clear. You want this number to come. You're betting on this number to come now, and this is my own personal point. So think of this come bet as becoming an on button, because now it's going to play just like this on button for this 9, or for this pass line bet. So I have a point established on the pass line bet for 9, and then I put a come bet down. We rolled the dice. I rolled a 5. That's another point established for me. So now I need to hit a 5 and or a 9. Preferably both of these need to come before a 7 is rolled. So let's pretend that's all I want to put out. I only want to put 200 bucks on the table. Let's go ahead and roll. So we hit 9. So this is interesting because we hit 9. We hit our pass line bet, but our come bet is still here. So what's happening now is this is off. Because this is off, anything going on up here is off. Now, I think in a real casino, you might be able to keep these on if you want. But we're talking Four Kings here. So, and this is why I'm making these tutorials. Your money will still be sitting here, but it will be off for the next roll. So it's irrelevant. So like right now, we're on a new come out roll. So I'm still shooting. I hit my 9. So I'll go ahead and put another pass line bet out. My 5 is just chilling. It's irrelevant right now. Even if I roll a 5, yeah, I'm not going to win this bet. Or if I roll a 7, this bet is not going to lose. Hopefully is how that'll work. Okay, so we hit a 6. Sometimes they're on. I don't know how it actually works in this game, but in Four Kings, just this on-off is very important. If this button is off, any bets up here are not working. That's what that's called, working or not working. So these bets are all going to be off. But now I've hit a 6 as my point on the come out. So now that's the table point for everybody. But I still have my original point of 5 here as well, my come bet. So now, just like before I had 5 and 9, now I have 5 and 6. So once again, I need these numbers to come before a 7 comes. So now we're going to roll. I happen to hit my point again of 6. The 5 still stays there because it hasn't been resolved. The 7 hasn't rolled when this is on, and I still haven't rolled a 5 when this is on, so it's just sitting there. So the come bet can get a little confusing. I mean, if you're still struggling with this whole on-off button situation, you're probably not grasping what I'm talking about. But that's okay. The come bet is optional. You don't have to do that. Whoops, I rolled without putting a pass bet, but that's all right. So now, which is interesting, I don't think they'd let you, you're probably not allowed to do that in a casino. I think you have to bet pass or don't pass if you're shooting. But let's pretend you lost all your money here and you only had that chip on the table. I mean, you could get away with not putting any more money out. So the table, as far as everybody on the pass line is concerned, needs an 8. But now the 8 is irrelevant to me because I didn't bet on it. The only number that I care about now is 5 because that's my own personal point number here. So I still need a 5 before a 7. An 8 is irrelevant to me just because I didn't put money on it. It's relevant to anybody else, though, who's betting pass or don't pass. So we're going to roll until hopefully a 5 hits and we'll resolve that bet. Or a 7 will come and we will lose that bet. So there's our 7. So now we lost that point number of 5 finally. And the point number of 8 finally lost, or, lost as well because 8 wasn't rolled before 7. So that, hopefully, fingers crossed, will explain the come bet to you. It's basically, you can think of it as establishing your own point number. So you can get crazy with this. Let's do a pass bet. Let's get a little more in depth. Let's put more money on the table. Let's get our own point going here. So now we've got 8 and 10. We can get another one going. So now I've got 3 points. I've got 3 numbers covered up here. And these are all my point numbers. So 8, 9, and 10 are wins for me. And a 7 is a loss for all of these. So it's a little aggressive to be doing this. I mean, I do it sometimes. Some people play this way. They like to get more numbers covered. So now if 8, 9, 10 rolls, you're going to win money. Of course, if 7 rolls, you're going to lose $300, which we just did. So that was an aggressive way to bet. And a quick way to lose $300. So hopefully that kind of explains the come bet to you. It's just the pass line bet, but it's just a way for you to establish your own point, your own personal point for that bet. The other side of that would be the don't pass. So let's pretend we're a don't pass better here, which I do this on 4 Kings quite a bit too. If the table is cold, if 7s are coming up quite a bit on when people have points established, like don't's a great way to make money. So the point is 8 here, so I don't want an 8 to come. I want a 7 to come, but I'm also going to do a don't come, which is the opposite of the come bet. So this point, or this chip right here, is its own come out roll right now. So whatever happens, it has the same rules as a come out roll. So pretend there's an imaginary off button for this bet right here. And whatever happens on this roll. Okay, so it was an 11. So now if you remember, the don't pass, 11 is a loss here on the come out. So since this was its own come out roll, 11 hit, we lost that one, which is gonna happen. We also lost again because 7 is a win. So 7 is a loss on the don't, on the come out. This is probably getting super confusing to you guys, but hopefully not. I'm going to try to get points going on the don't, though, just like we did on the pass. So we've got a don't of 10, which is good. Let's get another don't coming. We've got an 8. Let's get one more. We actually lost there because 7 and 11 is a lose on a come-out roll, which is basically what we're trying to do here. So we're down 100. Well, 8 hit, so that's that's bad. So this table is not very generous for the don't bets. But anyway, so what happened there? We had an 8 already covered, and we had a new come out. So the 8 hit. So it made this don't come bet lose, which it went away. But this don't come actually got put there. So that's just what happened there, which is probably a little confusing to you. But and there we finally hit a 7. So we won because an 8 didn't come, and a 10 didn't come before this 7 rolled. So hopefully that explains the come and the don't come. So let's see if we can get... I will play this way in 4 kings every once in a while. Like I said, if the dice are cold, or, you know, if points are being established and then not hit. This is a good way to make a little bit of money. I like to maybe do 3 numbers. So there we go. You got 6, 9, and 10. All covered by don'ts. So we could just stop betting and roll this out. Hopefully a 7 will come and we'll win $300 really quick. There it is. So... And like I said, once you get past the come out roll, 7 is likely. So if you can get 2 or 3 numbers covered with don'ts, let's get one more hopefully. There we go. We got 4, 5, and 8. So 4 and 5 are good numbers. 8, you know, a pretty likely number. But going back to the odds, so we got 4, 5, and 8. So what does that look like for us? Orange is going to be wins here. Well, orange is 7. That's what we want. Since we're don't betting, we don't want all these numbers to come. And right now we have 4. Well, I did it wrong again. I did the wrong colors. Because I'm a dum-dum. We got to click off of it. There we go. 4, 5, and 8. So our odds are looking pretty good. The 4 is super unlikely compared to 7. The 5 is a little more likely compared to 7, and the 8 is a little more likely versus 7. You know, so we have a descending probability going on here. But once again, 7 is more than likely going to happen for us on every roll coming out from now on. So let's see what happens. There it is, 7. So I just made $600 in the last 2 rolls, just simply betting don't bar, or excuse me, don't pass on the come out, and then getting a couple more numbers covered with the don't come. So now we'll try it one more time here. We've got 8, 10, and 6. So I'll just let that ride. So now all we need is a 7, and we'll make money. So 6 hit, so we just lost that one. So we could either try to cover another one, or just maybe let this one roll out. 11 is irrelevant. 6 came again, but we did not. I mean, it's already gone, so that's irrelevant. So now we just need a 7 over 8 or 10. Now it's given us quite a long roll here. There goes our 10. So 10 hit before 7, so we lost the don't there. So now we just want a 7 before an 8. So if an 8 rolls, that will hit the point and we will lose. If the 7 rolls, we will win because we are betting the don't. So we lost. So there we go. That's craps for you. You win 3 in a row and then you lose 3. I mean, whatever. So hopefully that that covers quite a bit of this layout. Let's see what we got. So we've talked about field bet in the first video, pass in the second, don't pass in the third. The come and the don't come has been covered now. So that's a large portion of this layout. I will probably, let's go over the numbers next in the next video here. So if you want to, you can get a little more creative with your betting. You don't have to worry about points as much. You can kind of make your own points going on here. It gets a little more confusing based on payouts, but it all has to do with the odds. So I'll try my best to explain that. But that's going to be the end of the come don't come video. So find me on twitch.tv/tinyorangetv if you want to hang out while I live stream. And like I say, you can follow me on social media. It'll let you know when I'm going live. And you can find me in the 4 Kings Casino, Tiny Orange TV. Friend me in the game. Let's play some craps. Let's play some other games. Let's have some fun. And check out the next video.